name's Jade and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about some of my favourite pink plants. Just a few, but they're not your run-of-the-mill pink plants. First of all, I'm going to talk about Alternanthera Party time. As you may have already seen, I've got a full care video on this plant because I absolutely love it. So I've got some here. So this is Alternanthera, and look at the colour of these leaves. I'm still to find another plant that has the same kind of pink in the leaf like this. In the UK at the moment, these are not easy to come by. You'll be lucky if you can find some cuttings on Facebook, Instagram, maybe eBay. Once you do get a plant though, they're fairly easy to look after. They just like a lot of water. They take really well to having a really good cut down and then using that to propagate and make a bushier plant. As you can see here, this one's been chopped down quite a few times and it just gets bushier by the top. The reason why I love this plant so much is because of how bright the pink is. And you never know how much pink you're going to get on the next set of leaves. It's completely random. You could have a full green leaf and then you could end up with a pretty much all pink leaf. So the next plant I'm going to talk about is Tradescantia Blushing Bride. I'm going to put a picture here so you can see exactly which plant I'm on about. So I've also done a video of this on my channel before, so if you want some care tips on this plant, go and check that out. For now, I'm talking about how beautiful the pink is on this plant. The amount of pink that you sometimes get on the leaves is more than 50%, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This plant is actually being babysat by my dad at the moment and he's doing a really good job of it. So as you can see, it's really big and healthy and it's easy to care for. It's kind of like a lot of Tradescantias, plenty of light, plenty of water, and they just grow. You can cut them back and use that to either propagate or to make the plant a bit bushier. So if you've got this plant and it's looking a bit spindly, just cut a bit off, shove it back in and it'll root fine. Although if you do want me to do a proper Tradescantia cutting video and how to grow and how to make them nice big healthy plants, just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, Blushing Bride, it is absolutely gorgeous and that's why it's made my list of pink plants. The next plant I'm going to talk about is another Tradescantia. It's this one right here, Polita Pink Stripe. If I've not got the right plant, I'll put the name below. But this is absolutely stunning. The pink on this is so vibrant. It's another really nice pink plant, easy to grow. It's not the easiest to come by in the UK at the moment. I've seen some sold on eBay, but I was lucky enough to get gifted this from somebody on Facebook. I was on a quest to find this plant because of how pink it is, and somebody said that they would send me one for free, which I am so grateful for because it's gorgeous. So it's still quite a new plant for me, but I'm growing it just the same as I do my other Tradescantias and it's doing absolutely fine. It's getting some new growth from the base, which is also great. When it gets a little bit bigger, I'll probably chop it up and put it in the pot and get a nice healthy big bushy plant. The next plant I'm going to talk about is Hoya Hushgiuliana Variegated. So I'm going to put a picture up so you can see what I'm on about. So this is my plant, which I started off with one leaf and it is growing, let's put it that way. It's not a particularly fast grower and it's not naturally this pink, but it is a little bit sun stressed. So the thing with a lot of Hoyas is if you put them in bright light, then the leaves turn through to this sort of pinky colour. I've actually got another Hoya up here, which has pink on the leaves, just from the light. This Hoya in particular is absolutely gorgeous. It's got quite small leaves, but as I said, if you give it a little bit extra sun, it'll grow really well and it will come through this pink colour. As you can see, there's lots of different shades of pink on it depending on what stage it's at in its growth. This one lives in leca, which it absolutely loves and does really kind of well in there. So you can grow them in soil or leca or pond if you're a pond grower. And yeah, it kind of does its own thing. I don't really need to do very much for it. It's just absolutely stunning, and I can't wait until it's a really nice, big, healthy plant. If you Google this plant, you'll find lots of different, much bigger specimens which are absolutely stunning, and you'll see the sort of pink through to the white variegation. And yeah, that's why it's made my list of pink plants, because it's not a common one in there, but it is pretty, and I love mine. So there you go. This next plant I'm going to talk about is another Tradescantia. Now, it's not a typical Tradescantia that you may think I would be picking for my pink plant list, because this one is not one with pure pink leaves. It just has stripes through it. So the plant I'm on about is Tradescantia quadricolor. The clue is in the name. There is lots of different colours going on in this plant. There's nice pinks, creams, green and purple. The pink that's coming through is this baby pink, and it's absolutely stunning. It's so pretty, and it's once again a nice, easy to care for plant. I've not had mine very long, but I saw that prices were starting to rise on this plant, so I thought, I better get one quick. So mine wasn't too bad, but you might be paying a pretty penny for this plant if you're buying it in the UK, sort of 2021, March, April time. Prices are going up. It's definitely worth the investment because it's a really quick grower. You can make it into a nice bushy plant easily enough. Same as all Tradescantias, it's so simple to look after. So that's why it's made my pink list. The final pink plant that I'm going to talk about isn't necessarily pink. Now this is a bit of a, a lot of people wouldn't say this plant's pink, but I'm just going to talk about Philodendron Ring of Fire. Now, as you can see where the leaves come from on this plant, it is a really nice pink, and it is a variegated plant, so it's the variegated parts which are the sort of more pinky tones too. So this is quite a new leaf, and as you can see, it's a bit more sort of orange as opposed to the pink colour that I've talked about in my other plants. But as the leaf does get older, I don't know if you can see, but it turns into a bit more of a pinky colour. Now I suppose I wanted to get this plant in because to me, amongst other pink plants, it really does bring out the pink in it. And also it's just absolutely gorgeous. Even just the sort of sheaths on the leaves, it's enough pink for me. And obviously the new leaves coming through, it does look very pink. These are not the easiest plants to find, but they're really easy to care for. They're just like most philodendrons. So if you already own philodendrons, these are pretty much the same. It doesn't get too much light, does this? It might go more pink if I gave it more light, but I'm quite happy with where it's at. It lives in leca, so it's very simple and easy to care for. As I've said before, it just lives quite happily, and as you can see, it's starting to grow quite nicely for me. And it definitely does have these pink sort of tones to the leaves. And that's why I put it in my top pink plants, because to me this is a special one, and I do really enjoy the pink tones that it has. I'm afraid that's it. I have lots of other pink plants that I could have talked about, but I wanted to do the ones that were not the most common. I wanted to give you something different to add to your collection. I wanted to give you some ideas that there are other pink plants out there that you can generally find. If you have any other questions or any comments on this video, please put it in the comments below. And if you've got any ideas of anything you'd like me to cover in the future, do let me know. I'm happy to take any requests. And yeah, so that's kind of it for today. Just a few of my favourite pink plants that I currently own, and I'm absolutely loving with this sunshine and the bright colours that are coming through. Just love it. Thank you for watching, and please give it a like, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.